Hey guys, how are you? I hope you are fine wherever you are. I hope all of you are doing well. So let's just get right into it. So first things first, this is what you need in order to move to Poland for study purposes, specifically nursing. I'm speaking in the nursing field. If you want to go and study nursing, for your high school you need your matric certificate. If you did high school in South Africa, you need a matric certificate that you passed with a bachelor's. If you did your high school in Zim, you need your form 4 results and your form 6 result. I don't know how many points are needed for the form 6 results. I'm not sure. I will find out more about that and I'll answer that question in the comment section. So before we move on, speaking about the matric certificate, the O-level and A-level certificates, they need to be legalized. Those certificates, they have to be legalized. In order to legalize your certificates, your form 4, form 6 matric certificates, you need to find a lawyer to do that for you. They need to be legalized and notarized, I think. Yes, if I'm not mistaken, notarized, I think. So you need to legalize and notarize your matric certificate, your O-level certificate, and your A-level certificate, and that you do that like on your own in Zim or in SA. Then you will also do it again at the Polish embassy. They will still need to be legalized and you will pay a fee for them to legalize it for you at the embassy. For the notarization and legalization, it depends the amounts. It depends with your lawyer, the lawyer you're gonna use, but at the embassy it also depends with the year. It changes every year. I think last year with my sister we paid a different price. I paid a different price this year. So it depends with the year. I think you just get to the embassy, they'll tell you how much it is that particular moment. So that is it when it comes to legalization, notarization, academic wise, what is needed for you to be accepted into, what is needed for you to apply for nursing. Still on the matric certificates, A-level, O-level certificates, you will need to get a no objection letter from the Ministry of Secondary Education in your country. If you're in Zim or if you're in SA, you need to go to that Ministry of Secondary Education. So that's it. That is what is needed academic wise. Then we move to the whole process of applying to come to Poland. So the whole process for me, basically, what made my process very, very smooth is I used an agent. So now we are moving on to the application process. This is what you will need for the application process. You will apply to the university, and after you apply, when they accept your application, they will send you a conditional offer letter that we have accepted you to study at this particular university. Now what you will need to do is you pay your tuition and you send the documents that particular university says that they need. After you send all of that, you will get your unconditional offer letter, which is the one that you're gonna go with to the one that you're gonna go with for the visa application process to the Polish embassy. So now let's move on to the visa requirements. So let's start with the basic. You need your filled visa application form. Then you need your 4 passport sized photos, copy of your passport, page with personal data in color. This is what is going to be needed. Then you need a copy of your ID in color, international health insurance. Now we're moving on to the more complex stuff. You're gonna need an international health insurance valid in the whole European Union within a minimum cover of 30,000 euros, valid for 1 year. This is what you're gonna need. If you are using an agency, your agent will help you with everything. This is why I said in the first, when we began this video, using an agent for me specifically, it made things very easy for me. So the other thing that you're gonna need is an air ticket itinerary. Side note, this is not an actual ticket, just itinerary. Next thing we're gonna need is the invitation letter from the university, that acceptance letter that I was talking about a few minutes ago. That unconditional offer letter, that's the one they're gonna need. Then proof of accommodation letter. You will need to prove that when you get to Poland, you're not going to be homeless. You actually have an apartment or a dormitory you are going to be staying at. So they need that proof of accommodation later. Now we are moving to the most stressful one, sponsorship letter. So the sponsorship letter, it also needs to be notarized and legalized. If that sponsorship letter is not notarized and legalized, it's viewed as invalid. It's useless. So this is what is required from your sponsor. One, sponsor's 3 months bank statement with a closing balance of at least 5,000 US dollars. Number 2, sponsorship passport copy in color and certified. Proof of employment letter clearly showing how much the sponsor earns per month, stamped by the company. This is what is needed from the sponsor. Whoever is sponsoring you, these are the documents they must provide, and they must be legalized and they must be notarized. So lastly, the thing you're gonna need is visa fee. Visa fee it also like varies from year to year. Last year when my sister went, it was 1.448 rands when my sister did the process. But this year when I did the process, I think it was 1.7 something there. So that is what is needed for you to apply for your study visa. Now let's talk about the school fees. School fees, after this whole process, you remember I said in order for you to get the unconditional offer letter, which is the acceptance letter, you must pay your tuition. So this is what happens tuition wise. First year, you pay your fees in full. You pay school fees for the whole entire year, which is 3,500 euros for the whole entire year. That is the fees that you need to pay. Fees also varies from university to university. It depends with which university you are attending. Some are more expensive, some are affordable, some are way less expensive. So it depends with the university that you will be going to. After the first year is done, you can pay your fees like in installments. But for the first year, they need your fees to be paid in full. So I wanted to point out one thing also. Visa dates are now I've seen a lot of people, I've got a lot of DMs. Visa dates are now so difficult to get hold of. Like the process is now so very difficult to get a date to go to the embassy. It's very, very difficult. So let's say right now we are in October, you want to study for next year, March. Please start your process in time. I actually wanted to come to Poland in March, but I had to move my application to October. Make sure all your documents are in place, everything is in place. And since that visa date is very difficult to get, please make sure when you go to the embassy, all the signatures, all the documents, anything that is written down that is needed for the visa, like your visa requirements. Make sure you have everything. You have everything in place. Go with everything, please, guys. So basically, guys, according to my own knowledge and the process that I went through in order for me to be sitting right here in Poland, this is what was needed. But if anyone who is watching has any information to add, please feel free to add the information into the comment section. It will help anyone who wants to come to Poland. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.